do on a video here? What would you go with? You'd say, right, okay, I've just seen that.
Yeah,
There's my content.
So how to stop? Well, actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's take this one here. This is using a tool now, and this is TubeBuddy, which hopefully will still hang on.
TubeBuddy, yeah, we referenced this with James.
It's now gone to a new tab, and I didn't want it to do that because it's now kicked us off of screen sharing. Let me just share my screen with that other tab a second.
Okay, cool. No
TubeBuddy, let's go.
I feel like I'm doing a live stream with you, Adrian. This is very live stream modes. I love how you do that. But you never quite plan for online, can you?
It's great.
What's going to be thrown? I love it. That's what people really enjoy. We love that.
Let's come at it from YouTube itself, right? No, so now I'm on this one. I'll just share this screen back. Chrome tab. This one. Yeah. So this is TubeBuddy, and part of we partner well with TubeBuddy. It's a tool. It starts as a free tool, but you can add things to it. But TubeBuddy is a tool just to make life easier on YouTube. It's a dedicated YouTube tool. What we're using here is Keyword Explorer, and it can just help you to really find the right words. We get someone from TubeBuddy come into the academy and do an hour's training in there, and everybody who comes into our academy, certainly in this time around, is being off. I'm just thinking if people are listening to this later on.
Well, I'm listening myself here, Adrian. So what, you can use TubeBuddy, and it's something you pay for? It's a subscriction, or is you just buy?
At its most basic, it's free, but you get limited. You can only do so many searches in it. What TubeBuddy do for us is they will give everyone that comes through a 3-month trial of their legend, which is about $50 a month to be on that. You can do all kinds of things. You can actually A/B test between 2 different thumbnails and things like that to go, which one is performing better, or some incredibly powerful tools. And that's why we get Rob come along from TubeBuddy and do a session.
So if you're really serious about this YouTube, then $50, as you just said, for this is a snip of the price. Maybe just play with it, see how it goes, and then if I really want to go in. And do you have an affiliate link, by the way, Adrian?
Yeah,
which I can
AdrianSalisbury.com/TubeBuddy would be our link for that. But what I'm saying is, if somebody came into our YouTube Academy, you'll get 3 months for free of this that would otherwise be $150 worth. So actually the cost of our YouTube Academy is $149, and you're actually getting that money back in a TubeBuddy license on here. And so you could do a lot in that 3 months. You could certainly have use this tool, for instance, found all those topics and things, made your Trello board. At the end of your 3 months, you can close this down and not use it if you don't. You don't actually have to pay anything. Sorry, let's just have a look on this end. So I can put into this Keyword Explorer how to stop my hair going frizzy, and what this does is gives me a score on how good that phrase would be. So this gives me
Wow,
we've landed
there you go, Mr. Salisbury. Somebody's going to be all over that.
This is saying an excellent score, and the way it's adding that up, I don't know if this will let me. No, it doesn't. I was going to see if it let me zoom in on it. So it scores it on search volume. It says it's got excellent search volume, so we know that because Google's already told us that. It put it at the top of that list. Competition is good, but it's okay. And the optimization strength means that most of the videos that are there haven't really done a lot of work on optimizing it with tags and keywords and things like this, that if you do that, it's saying actually you could do well in this. So we could look there at results, for instance.
There's now going to be a load of hairdressers creating videos on how to stop hair from frizzy.
So the top one there says how to tame frizzy hair. So again, it's not actually the only 2 words are frizzy and hair, but it's there because it's got 7 million views, and you probably know these brands and understand why some of them are up there. But you can absolutely get up. If you can get this is what it's saying about the optimization strength being low, is no one has actually got a video that says how to stop my hair going frizzy. Yeah.
Gee whiz, listeners, if you can't get over this, you are seriously missing something. Now, I'm not a hairdresser. Well, I am a hairdresser, but I'm not looking to build traffic as a salon. My world is this world. But, yeah, if I was a salon, bye-bye, all this energy where everybody else is going. Get on YouTube. Look at it.
It's telling you again down here, other searches. We call these like long tail keywords, and actually the more specific you can get. So how to stop my hair going frizzy is already excellent. When I brush it, if I'm looking at 2 videos in YouTube, if my problem is when I brush it, it goes frizzy, and I'm looking down this suggested set of videos in YouTube, and one says, how do I stop my hair going frizzy? But one says, when I brush it, or as it says there, in the rain or overnight. If that was what my real pain is, then that's the video I'm going to go for. But I can't emphasize enough that might work quickly to get some. So yes, this is excellent. Yes, we could get to the top of YouTube for how to stop my hair going frizzy when I brush it. But if someone goes to your video and it's poor quality, or actually you're kind of waffling at the start and you're not getting to the point, or then they're going to go, and YouTube will go, oh, well, we thought it was good, but actually the audience are saying no. It's a bit like what's the TV show? Yeah. The audience says no to this.
They're voted down. It's like the Romans, isn't it? Hey,
yeah,
down
that's right.
the line, get rid of it, off it, boot it off. But what a great tool that is. So again, we'll have the links there. I'm certainly interested in this as well.
We talk about this inside the YouTube Academy. We've got Rob in there who walks through and
does this include people that who have signed up to your YouTube Academy? Because so I signed up a year ago. So does that
Did you have a trial and go through this?
I don't think I did then. No, I'm really sort of just throwing myself back into it right now.
This will be like a first time trial of it. So if you've already had a 3-month trial of it, when you go to do it again, it will say you've already had this. But there are discounts.
Okay, well that's great. I
think by going through our affiliate, you get a discount, and it says that on that page when you go through that. By coming through our link, they give us a discount to pass on to you.
Amazing.
So yeah, it's. And TubeBuddy actually, a whole load of videos of their own. But this is what we're trying to do with all of this, really, is just save you time and energy, because this is a game where people get overwhelmed with it, and that's why they might look at it and go, wow, that's a whole full-time job. How am I going to fit that in? We're just trying to simplify it and go, right, well, let's get your channel sorted first. Let's get that going. Let's get this list of titles and things sorted out. Let's make some thumbnails that actually look catchy and like I want to click on them.
I think that's great, because you've talked us through every aspect of that, and boom, 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 boom. Let's get there. So we've got a video. We want to promote them. Without doing the obvious promoting, you can pay for promotions on YouTube. I mean, would you recommend that, or do you think just promote it on your own channels? How do you let people know about it?
I mean, I think what we're suggesting, or the way I was thinking with this, really, for a salon owner to be coming at this, to be honest, I would start out and be using this as see YouTube as your library of these videos and things, like we're doing the frizzy hair and things like that. Once you've made that video, you can absolutely use Instagram and other places to go, are you struggling with frizzy hair? Watch latest video on our channel, link in bio, and this kind of stuff. Or you could put this out on Facebook. You could put it out in a newsletter if you send tips and tricks out to people. It's there on your Facebook page or your website. So you're actually pointing people back, knowing that when they go back to your YouTube channel, they're also going to go, oh, wow, I was struggling with that as well, or the best brush for this, or he's done a review on that, or,
Lovely. You're helping your audience, and you're just saying, so maybe give them a bit of content on your social, and everything is about T's to the big end product, isn't it? And the end product is people buying your services, because ultimately that's what we all love. We all love what we do, but we want people to buy from us. So people say, why am I going to give content away? Well, you're not. You're just positioning yourself as an expert.
Absolutely.
And we buy from
it's
experts.
Just building that know, like, and trust with people. And a lot of them,
get that.
Obviously, 99% of people that are watching these videos, that are subscribing, they're liking it, they're never going to come to your salon because they don't live anywhere near you. But it's just...
Hey, I've flown in from LA, to come to your Peterborough salon.
I had somebody fly in from... I did a photography course that I used to do here in person on a Saturday morning. And I was kind of putting some videos out and saying, this is what we've been doing in our workshops. I actually connected really well with this chap in Australia. And we were kind of, every bit of kit I recommended, every new lens, he'd buy it. And he was high up in a construction company, and photography was his real hobby. And he just connected with me, like my British accent. He got in touch with Rach, and they flew. He wanted to come to England anyway. His wife was English. But he actually flew from Australia to come on one of my Saturday workshops, and he ended up staying here. While he was here, it was my...
What was his name, out of interest? Can you remember his... Because my brother is a street photographer, and he listens to this podcast. It's Australian. He does wedding photography. Anyway, he came over from Australia and ended up staying. Yeah, just people he connected with. So, but that's brilliant. I mean, it shows you people will, they'll find you. And if they like you and it's realistic, who knows where they could come. But it's putting that content out there. Just a quick question. I appreciate time is really big time for you, and I'm so conscious of that. But it's that good. Yeah. I just keep going and going. But think about links. When you put a link of your YouTube channel into a Facebook or Instagram, do you get punished by that? And equally, do you get punished by links on YouTube for sending them to somewhere else? Because do these social platforms not want you to go off to...
You don't get punished platforms on Facebook. I mean, on Instagram, you can't... There's nothing clickable anyway, really, in that link. You would really be, certainly I'm thinking of stories and that, you'd be putting it, saying put it in link in bio, and you can get tools that do these links or link trees. I think Linktree is actually one of the companies, isn't it, that do these?
Linktree, yeah.
You won't get punished on Facebook for doing it, but it won't push it out the same as it would if you'd put the video on Facebook. But to be honest, Facebook pages, they don't push out any traffic anyway for you unless you're paying for really.
It. That's right.
So no, it doesn't worry me.
Yeah, so don't be feeling ashamed of like putting it all over everywhere, because you're helping your audience ultimately.
This is what we mentioned earlier on. This is evergreen content. This will be relevant in 5-10 years time. How to stop your hair going frizzy. So don't think this is okay. I've made this video. I'm putting it live on Monday. I'll put some posts around. Well, you can post this out once a week on Twitter and Instagram and places, just with a different way of, are you struggling with this? And maybe on one of them, it's a photo of somebody with really frizzy hair, or it might be that you say something about, I don't know, different ways of coming at the same thing, and just reposting it, and people will just keep coming back and finding it, or listing it out on, I don't know, top 5 tips or something, or most common questions we get asked and things like that. Or it might be that you link this with, maybe there's a particular type of hairbrush that is particularly good for this. And you go, in that video, you're doing a review on this hairbrush, and you're going, if you watch that previous video, or there's a link up here to one where we did, how to stop your hair going frizzy when you brush it. And so you're starting to link these videos, and then people are going, I'm going to watch that one next. And then they're staying on your channel. YouTube likes it. I would just...
Honestly, I think it seems to me that there's a real void in this industry of this kind of content. I think there's a lot of American girls that would sit behind the counter and they're doing there's a lot of the beauty stuff, but I think maybe salons aren't getting this enough.
Massively, yeah. Potential. And I think, I really want to kind of drive this home, that this isn't, don't be looking at this going, but they're not people, no one's coming through my door because of that. It's not like a direct ad, Yellow Pages ad. Do we even have Yellow Pages anymore? But that sort of
I asked that question the other day, and someone said they don't think we do. But I don't know. Correct us, listeners, if we got that wrong.
Yeah, if people look at this and go, yeah, but I'm getting comments back from all over the world and things, it doesn't matter, because your local folk are looking at this going, wow, look, they're like a celebrity, and they're in my town. How cool is that?
And you could tell your customers this, can't you, Adrian? You could actually just say to your customer, you know what, we've got a YouTube channel and we've got some great tips. And think that customers love doing about their hairdressers is recommending their hairdresser, because it's validation, so isn't it? It gives it's that contagious beer. Yeah, and they could maybe say to their friend, oh, yeah, my hairdresser's got a channel. Go and have a look on that. And there's, one person. Yeah. That's all. Forget hundreds of thousands of views. It could be just one person that makes a big difference, becomes a
very obvious name for YouTube, really helps on that, for them to be able to quickly remember it and go to it. Or, of course, send them, like I just did earlier. I put everything on my website, quite a simple page on there, really, but all my social links and everything. So actually it becomes quite easy for them maybe to go, well, if you just go back to my website, everything's there and you can see those videos, or actually to get featured on it potentially. If you said, would you mind just, that your hair looks lovely, do you mind if I just take a quick little video? Are you happy with it? And I'm going to put you on my channel. They'll be like, oh, wow.
Which client isn't going to love that? Of course. It's the other client who doesn't get asked. Yeah, that's right. He's never asked me. Oh, he didn't ask me. Does my hair not look so good? I think what we're established here, hairdressing businesses, salon, there is so much to go at here. There really is. And I'm sure, after listening to this, if you can't go at this, then you're missing something. You really are missing something. Search engines and
I'm just going to say one thing to throw into that is this is totally free. Other than your time, we're not talking about spending hundreds or thousands on ads and things. This is totally free to put this on YouTube, post it around. I think we forget that.
And what would be your biggest takeaway advice for somebody to find success on having a YouTube channel?
I think do the research like we've just been doing here. Find some titles and things that excite you and think, yeah, absolutely. I tell people this all the time. These are find 10 videos that you think they'd be ones that I could easily do. Think about it. Go watch some other videos. What ones stand out to you? It doesn't necessarily, we're both sitting here with a plain background behind us sort of thing. Does that work, or does it actually want to be, when you're watching other people's videos, are you liking the ones where it's more hands-on, or actually they're talking and then it cuts away to a scene as they're just cutting that fringe, or analyze and study it a bit before you just jump in and start making videos. But I'm looking at it at the minute. This is why I said to you about my backdrop and things. I'm looking at other people's and their style, and I like even the whole asking to subscribe. And I'm taking note that the people I'm really following, I'm going, they don't even ask for subscribers. So all of those little bits you can, and it's fun to do. It's not like it's a hard work project. This is.
Hey, in the world of content creators, we love creators right now, and sitting in a coffee shop planning out your content is very cool and very nice way to enjoy yourself. I think it's a great hobby to add onto your hairdressing business, actually, and it's about giving you all a more multi-flavored part of your job. That's what I think so good about it. And get on it. So look, again, I keep pointing everybody to Adrian's courses, but I highly recommend YouTube Academy and the Pro Video. And I'd love you to come back, Adrian, and talk about the video and editing, because I think this is it's another big subject which may be putting people off. Just very quickly before I do sign you out on this, because what editing tool do you use? Because people may think, oh my God, editing, how the hell? Well, how do I do editing?
Based, so ScreenFlow tends to be the one that we recommend as a fairly middle of the road, easy to use tool. If any video editor is easy. iMovie is very good and is free and is on your computer already. We use Final Cut Pro, but it is a bit more complex.
Yeah, I did have a look at ScreenFlow, and it looks good. But what was I think I'm going to go for that middle one, actually. At the moment, I do use iMovie. That's what I use, but it's basic.
But if all you wanted to...
It does what you need it to do at our level.
All you wanted to do is put a basic video together, slice the bits out where you're pausing and things like that. iMovie does it great. If you want to put text on screen, for instance, it's not very flexible with that. It's fine if you wanted to just record something and then you take that little bit of B-roll, as we call it, that the close-up shot of the haircut being the scissors going across and things. iMovie will do that. ScreenFlow is just a next step up. And ScreenFlow originally, one of the main reasons I use it is originally it's designed for recording your screen. So I'm doing that all the time so when I'm doing my tutorials for YouTube or for Ecamm and things, and I need to record the screen, that's the tool I'm using for that.
Gotcha. Great. Again, links will be in the show notes, and if there's any affiliate links for yourself, Andrew, Adrian, sorry, then again, please let us know, and we're happy to put those in and shout them out for you.
No, thank you.
Great. Well, thank you. It's been an hour and a half of wonderful conversations. It's just, I've learned so much from it, as always, and it's been a pleasure to speak with somebody who I really could class as one of my big mentors.
That's really good to hear. Thank you so much, Tom.
It's been amazing. And thank you. Right, that's
I was going to say, we do need to get
brilliant.
that pint sometime, because we keep saying we're having...